Okay, so if you are a MEDSPA owner, here is exactly how to fix your no-shows using AI and potentially add another five to $10,000 a month, which was lost in no-show. Okay, so who am I? My name is Harun. I help MEDSPAs make an extra 5 to 10K a month using AI and without spending more on ads. Okay, now no-shows is a big pain. Okay, it messes with your schedule. It it loses out, you lose out on time, right? You waste your time, and also you burn money, right? Because you use that money on ads to get the leads and to make them convert, and now okay, they converted, but nobody showed up, so you lost on money. Okay, so you just wasted money, right? So in numbers, if you break it down, according to a study by National Library of Medicine, the average no-show rate for healthcare practices across all specialties is nearly 18 to 20%, and the total cost of missed healthcare appointments in the United States each year is more than $150 billion. Okay, so let's say you run ads and you get you close 100 appointments a month, right? I'm just using 100 because it's a lot easier to break down in percentage and etc. So let's say you have 100 appointments a month and you have like an average no-show rate of 20%. Okay, that means 20 out of 100 appointments does not show up, and let's say each appointment was valued at $300, right? So all the 20 appointments that didn't show up, they could have potentially paid you $300, right? That's $6,000 lost in revenue only that month. Imagine if you could add another $6,000 a month in your revenue. That would be nice, right? But you're losing 6,000. Now you can do that, of course, the calculation with your own appointment value and your own no-show rate and etc. But this is just generally, okay? $6,000 is a lot of money that you could have made that month, but you had a lot of no-show, right? So why do no-show happen? Okay, there's two main reasons. First reason is forgetfulness. Okay, you have to understand that people are busy. People are distracted. We're living in a very distracted world. Okay, you have your phone, there's millions of things going on, right? And people just tend to forget, right? We're humans. Okay, so the main two reasons for forgetfulness is either people are busy or they're distracted. Okay, number two is low commitment. Okay, when people book an appointment with you, there is no skin in the game. They haven't paid anything, right? They're just not, they have no skin in the game, right? They haven't spoken to anyone, most likely, right? Or maybe if they have, it's just then, and then maybe, after the appointment, they're getting cold feet, or they're like, yeah, I don't know, maybe I should go, maybe I don't, right? Maybe they're scared, whatever, right? And the appointment have not been confirmed multiple times, right? And that can make you also forget, right? So you have to basically put yourself in your client's shoes, right? Let's say you book an appointment for a facial treatment at a Tuesday, right? Then after that, you don't get called up. There is no there is not a lot of like messages. There is not a lot of reminders, right? Plus you're busy on top of that, right? You have a job, you have kids, you're running a med spa, right? Let's say you're running another business, or you just have a job, right? People forget. People are busy, right? And then you schedule for Friday, and then Friday comes up. You either forgot, or you're like, fuck it, I'm not going. This often happens because you're not committed to the appointment, right? So how to fix this? There is two solutions, okay? Solution one and solution two. And yes, you can pick one of these, but if you pair these two together, you're going to see a huge decrease in your no-show rate. Okay, so number one, solution one is skin in the game. Okay, look, when people pay, they're kind of like locked in. Not in an evil way, okay? Not in an evil way where you take people's money and you lock them in. That's not what I'm talking about. But for example, when you pay something, when you pay out of your own pocket, you're more locked in. You're more like emotionally attached to what you paid for. So you're more likely to show up, right? So what you can basically do is you can start charging upfront, whether that's $1, $25, $100, right? You don't need to charge the whole treatment upfront because then you'll just lose out on a lot of clients. But you can charge as little as $10 before the appointment just to make sure that they're locked in and they're coming, right? And most clients, they understand this, okay? So this is, for example, Calendly. A lot of calendars, all calendars have a way where you can collect payment upfront, right? So for example, this is Calendly, you see fillers, and then you can go inside of your settings and you can say accept appointments with Stripe or PayPal or whatever you use to take payments with, right? So here you can decide how much or what the amount you want is to be collected. You can take $10. The thing you only got to look out for is don't charge too much, okay? Because that will make you lose out on clients, okay? The sweet spot is, let's say your treatment is valued at $300. What you can do is take $10 up front, $5 up front, right? The sweet spot is between $10 to $20 up front, right? Then people are locked in. Yeah, you can do $1 as well, but it's like too little, right? People don't care about $1. Okay, so 10 to 20 is the perfect, and the higher you go, the lower your booking rate is gonna be. Okay, but if you're staying the sweet spot of $10 to $20, you're going to get a lot more bookings because it's not too much, but it's not too little either, right? So it's the perfect sweet spot that I have experimented with and found for med spas. Okay, so you can literally go inside of there and you can make people pay a little amount upfront so they have skin in the game. And this solves the low commitment issues, right? So remember we talked about two issues, low commitment and people forget. So this solves the low commitment issue. Now, number two is reminders, okay? Solution two to problem two to forgetfulness is reminders, okay? And not just SMS reminders and all, you know, everybody has reminders nowadays, right? Not just normal reminders. Personalized call reminders, okay? A study suggests that personalized phone calls may be more effective than SMS reminders, particularly among older patients. And when they say older patients, they don't mean like 70, 80-year-olds patients. They talk about, you know, from 25 and above, right? And most of your patients in med spas are usually 25 and above, right? So a study published in Serious, I don't know how to say this, but found that personalized phone call reminders significantly reduced missed appointments, especially in older demographics, okay? Now you're probably wondering, calling patients before appointments is too much work, right? You can't sit and call every patient you have before the appointment, right? That's a little bit too much, even if you have staff, right? So that's where AI comes in, okay? And I'm gonna show you how you can do this, and I'm going to show you a demo as well, right? So here's an example reminder workflow, okay? So when they book, SMS confirmation and ask for like a thumbs up or, you know, an okay to confirm the appointment, right? And they send you the thumbs up, then 24-hour before the appointment, it's an SMS reminder, right? Again. And then it's a 10-hour SMS reminder again, right? And then there is a calling reminder 2 hours before the appointment. Now you can make this 3 hours before, 10 hours before, you decide. This is just an example, right? So they get an SMS confirmation when they book. They get a 24-hour SMS reminder, 10-hour SMS reminder, and they get a 2-hour before the appointment calling reminder, right? It calls them up, and I'm going to show you this is how it works. So turn your volume. Okay, so it's calling me up to remind me about my appointment. Let's pick up.
This is Sophie from Miami MEDSPA. Am I speaking with Haroon?
Yes, you are.
Great. I'm calling to remind you about your appointment at Miami MEDSPA. It's scheduled for today at 4 p.m. Does that still work for you?
Yes, that does. I will be coming.
Awesome. We're excited to see you. If you have any questions or need anything before your appointment, just let me know. Thanks for confirming and see you soon.
Boom, basically that's all. You know, it calls the client up before the appointment, you know, just on the phone, so it's more personalized and it's more effective, you know, according to studies, right? So it calls them up on the phone, it tells them like your appointment is this time, today 4 p.m., tomorrow 6 p.m., whenever you said it, will you be coming, right? And if I said no, you know, I should have recorded a video saying no, but I just, you know, just to show you. But if you say no, for example, if I say no, I won't be coming, you know, and then it'll ask me, okay, and it'll say like, okay, yeah, you know, things come up, I understand. Would you like me to reschedule you? You know, and then people can reschedule if they actually are busy, right? But the chances of them saying no is very low because they already, if you pair this with solution one, which is skin in the game, right? So they already paid a small fee up front. So the chances of them saying no is very low. But even if they say no, it will reschedule for you, right? So
Okay.
if you use this, it can bring you in an extra 5 to 10K a month because people will have skin in the game and it will literally have personalized call reminders, right? So it's a very simple fix. We've seen that only like doing these two things increase the show up rate by a lot for MEDSPAs. Okay, so this is all you gotta do. Take upfront payments, just a small amount, and have an AI caller which is gonna remind them before their appointment and eventually reschedule if they need to do that, right? So AI is basically the next revolution, okay? I keep saying this in all my videos because it is, and we've seen that, and everybody's seen that, okay? Trump announces partnership investing $500 billion in AI. In 2023, Google invested more than $2 billion in Anthropic. Same year, Amazon invested $4 billion in Anthropic, right? 80% of enterprises will adopt by AI in 2026, okay? Like, there is so much science and data backing up that AI is basically the big revolution, and the people who doesn't use it will be left behind. Because think about it, those who leverage AI will dominate because, look, everyone is investing in AI, all the big businesses, Trump, Elon, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, right? Because AI automates what humans hate doing, right? AI reduces labor costs and boosts efficiency. And in this case, AI increases show-up rate, which increases the revenue that you make each month, right? And in business, speed wins. AI is instant, right? Yeah, you can hire a caller who's gonna, a staff who's gonna call them up, and maybe they're not quick enough. Maybe they're calling up someone else. Maybe they're not at work. Maybe they're sick. Maybe they don't want to perform good that day. Maybe they don't feel like doing it. Like the hassle with employees, right? But this is a robot. A robot working for you. It cannot perform bad, right? It doesn't have feelings. It does exactly what it tells it to do, right? And AI doesn't need breaks. It doesn't forget. It doesn't get sick. It doesn't perform bad, right? And also it makes your business feel high-end and modern, right? So the brutal truth is AI is a new employee that never sleeps, never complains, is cheaper and books your clients faster and cheaper than any human could ever do. And if you wait, your competitors will use it against you, okay? So we offer AI caller who's going to call up your leads instantly. Okay, go and watch my other videos for that. The AI caller literally can increase your lead to client conversion by 70%, and I break it down all in numbers simply just like I did for this. Go and watch my previous videos, and we offer this one as well. Okay, we will call up your clients and make sure that they are coming to the appointment, which will decrease your show-up rate. And that's it, okay? If you're interested in hearing more about this, how this works, and if we can potentially install this in your MEDSPA business, click the link down below and apply and see if maybe this is the right thing for your business and potentially if we can install this in your business.